Hi everyone, I am so excited to share that my book Live Your Happy is not only available in English and Espanol, but also in Japanese, and now it's available in audiobook on Audible and iTunes. And I felt really called to share with you the story of how my audiobook was birthed. I feel it's such an inspiring story of when you get out of your own way and things just flow effortlessly in ease and grace. And the universe conspires to help you really create and make your purpose and vision happen. And let's start with going back to the year 2017 when my book was published in April. And a few months after that, I started to get nudges from people on when it would be available on audiobook. And one of those people also was my husband, Christian. He really supports my work and he really wanted it to come out in audiobook, so he gave me the inspiration to reach out to my publisher and ask them if they were interested in publishing the audiobook, since they had the rights to the audiobook in my contract as an author with them. And they got back to me and after a month, and they told me they wouldn't be interested in publishing it at the time, and that they would be happy to give me back my rights for the audiobook. And I was not disappointed, but I was a little scared and thinking that then I would have to produce it now, and what that even looked like, because I have never produced an audiobook before. So, and at the time I was also pregnant, and I was wondering how my pregnancy would be and how I would even be able to record it. Let's forward on to 2018, of where after I give birth to Ari, Christian has a conversation with one of our neighbors, and they share that they have an audio booth in their home, in their closet. And Christian comes home really excited, and he's like, "Babe, did you know that Christopher has an audio booth in his house, and he's also editing and producing podcasts?" And I said, "In a closet." So I ended up going to check it out, and it felt so good to me to record the audiobook there. I had just given birth to Ari 2 months after, and it was just so convenient to literally walk out of my house a few steps and record my audiobook a couple of hours every week. It was just such a beautiful experience and very easy. At the time, Ari was really small. He was only a few months old, and Christian will watch him from 1 to 3 hours at a time, depending how many hours I would film or I would record that week. And this space from where this audiobook came from is just so beautiful, because I had just given birth to Ari, and there was just so much emotion going through me. Every time I would record the audiobook, I was just very present, and it was my time. It was my self-care time, of where I would read the words of my book that have inspired so many people all over the world. I would read it to myself, and it was actually comforting me through this process of just becoming a mother. And I feel that as I read it, and I hope that many of you hopefully identify with the book and how I read it, of how heartfelt space it comes from, and this transformative space. And it felt really good. Soon after that, we finished the book in 2 months, and I left to Europe. And while we were in Europe, Christopher was able to edit the whole audiobook, and we got back in December of 2018. Towards the end, the book was finished. It was given to me in the beginning of this year. I submitted it to Amazon, to ACX, and it came back a few times just to fix the audio levels a little bit, because they make things really beautiful, very professional. And my audiobook was available for retail, and it's available now, actually. And the purpose of this story is that I was very scared at some points of how I would produce this audiobook by myself. And by myself, of course, it's going to be very scary. I'm sure you guys could identify with that. Like, if you're doing something on your own, your separated self, me, you have every right to be nervous and scared. Although when you really give it over and you allow and you just let go and allow and be in the present moment, and you're open, the right and perfect people, circumstances, angels, audio booths and closets, people come into your life to help you, and one of those has been Christian. This audiobook would not have gotten produced if it wasn't for Christian. Christian, are you gonna come in the video? Christian's coming. I'm just grateful for him and for Christopher and everyone that came into my life to make this happen. Here he is.
What's up, yo? Beautiful people.
So yeah, so we basically produced an audiobook ourselves, and
It's so easy.
Yeah,
And it's so, like, even if you don't know anybody who can, like, produce an audiobook or record it for you, there's even the option, like, I would say if you're an author by yourself and you don't really have people who, you know, want to pay for producing an audiobook, you can also go to acix.com, which is Amazon's Audible platform, and they record the audiobook for you. You just send them the text and they actually do the recording, and they do everything for you. The only thing that you have there is that you have a profit split once the audiobook is live, which, I mean, is fine. I feel it's a good idea to record it yourself, to keep the royalties if you expect your book to become big. But if you're just like starting out, you know, I would totally do that, because you never know how a book's gonna perform unless you're super well connected. You know it's gonna be a bestseller with all the PR you do, which mainly no people do unless they have a lot of money.
Yeah, so I just wanted to thank you, Christian, for supporting me and inspiring me to record it. I wouldn't have done it without you, seriously. And we ended up going another route. I ended up producing it myself and investing in that. And I feel that it was a good decision, because...
Yeah, it's a good decision, because in Maria's case, like, the book is her brand. You know, she's investing a lot of time and energy into the book, so you want to have the royalties and you want to pay for the production, because then you keep more royalties at the end. So yeah, for sure, I definitely feel it was a really good idea to pay for it, and it's also like over the years it's gonna pay off, like, for itself, you know.
Yeah, and not only that, it's just like what are the odds that the guy that's gonna record my audiobook, literally I have to walk down the street, you know? It's just, things just happen magically when you're in purpose. It just falls into place, and I like how I like to say, easy is normal.
Easy is normal.
Exactly.
Yeah, if it's supposed to be, it will happen.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening in. We love you and we appreciate you. And until next time.
Beautiful. And remember to live your happy. Bye.
Bye.